Hey, it's Camo, and welcome to the Nashville Access Show presented by Solis North Gulch Apartments. Got a great show for you today, some great music, great conversation. Our special guest today is the beautiful and talented Leigh Miller. Come on in.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Have a seat. Just step over the guitar player. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I think a lot of people want to know kind of where you started and how you ended up right here. Right here was probably by accident, but
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything is. So I actually was in the Army. I was in intelligence, and I began playing the guitar when I was overseas to pass the time. Started writing songs, realized I had a twang, even though I was from Connecticut. I don't really know how that happened, but I do have one, and so I just love country music, and I'm here writing songs in Nashville.
military intelligence.
Yes.
You'll find no intelligence here. So
Oh, okay.
you really don't have to be afraid of that. But how did you end up in military intelligence?
Well, I took a test when I was 18, and I scored pretty good, And they were like, well, do you want to do medical stuff? Do you want to be a pilot? And I was like, no, those are all too scary. So I'm okay with, I was into intel stuff when I was younger. I loved the FBI and all that. I mean, I didn't do real cool stuff, but I love history. I'm like a history nerd. So, Oh, really?
Yeah, I love
That's awesome.
history. Yeah.
Yes. High five for that.
That makes us geeks.
Yeah, I'm geek.
Was there any desire after leaving the military to go pursue, other intelligence, CIA or anything like that?
Well,
You could tell us, but then you'd have to kill us.
I mean, everyone, thinks it's cool. I would love to, but we don't want to talk about it in this show.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Keep it DL.
We can't share. Sorry. So obviously, country music is then the alternative.
Yeah, I mean, when you have something in your heart and you want to do it, and I loved my work with the military.
Mm-hmm.
I loved majoring in political science. But, when you have a calling in your heart, I think I should be singing, why was I born with this voice? You just kind of listen to that voice, and that's why I'm listening to it. I hope it's the right idea. So.
You just mentioned political science.
Yes.
I'm kind of a geek on that
There we
too. I remember first year at poli-sci at university. I don't remember much of first year at university, but I remember studying Hobbes and Locke, Hitler. We had to read Mein Kampf. That was to understand the European geopolitical scene. I've never used the word geopolitical on this show before.
Wow, that's a big word. It's a lot.
And I just found it fascinating because it was history as well. And
Right.
I think that's why it appealed to me.
It is. It's history heavy. So if you don't know your history, you're not going to be good at a political argument as well, right?
That's right.
So, very important.
What's your favorite period of history?
I
I don't get asked these questions very often,
I'm
so
such a nerd.
I'm kind of geeking out here.
My favorite period is actually probably World War II. I love the history of Germany. I'm actually half German, so I'm obsessed with Germany. I love that. Even though it was a terrible time for Germany,
Mm-hmm.
I love their culture. Of course, we have all the great, musicians from there, in the early, Bach and everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Bach in the USSR. That's just mixing metaphors all over the place.
Yes. These are library jokes, probably. No one in here is laughing but us. So.
Yeah, I know. We can tell ourselves they're laughing on the inside.
They're not.
No. So who are some of the artists that you have followed and kind of thought, not so much as inspiration, but you've been attracted to what they do and how they do it?
I really love Faith Hill. I think she's a great singer. She really interprets songs and lyrics with so much passion and emotion. And I don't know if anybody taught that to her or she's just naturally can do it. Another person is Sarah Evans. I think she's got a great voice. And she also takes those lyrics and she really, she studies them. She makes you feel the songs.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah, she does have a lot of cool stuff going on with her work and her voice.
And of course I love Johnny Cash, his lyrics. His story is so cool too. I mean, that guy's been through everything. So.
And it's funny, his name comes up in so many conversations, whether I'm talking to a punk artist or metal artist, country artist. They all claim,
oh, yeah, he transcends all the
they
genres,
all
you know?
claim cash. They're not making a lot of cash, but they're sorry. So with all those kind of people that you have drawn on as inspiration, how do you get to the music that you're doing?
So it just goes back to country because I really like sitting in front of the guitar and having 3 chords and saying something, you know, and it doesn't get complicated. It's very simple. And I have a pretty big range as a singer, so I was like drawn to other genres sometimes to sing, but then it just comes back to country because I'm like, well, I'm singing these runs, but I'm not feeling anything from this.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, it's like the lyrics in country music is really what moves people, you know, so.
It's funny you mentioned you're from Connecticut. Where in Connecticut?
Oh yeah. You know Connecticut?
I know the map.
Yeah, I mean, nobody does. I'm from Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had a guest on here a while ago, Leigh Martin Jr.,
Okay.
songwriter from Connecticut. Lang is in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Wow.
He wrote hits for Elvis and so many other. He's just huge, and he lives here as well. So Connecticut's got a good thing going.
His
between
father's
us.
in the songwriting hall of fame.
Oh, cool.
In Peeps.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
big dude.
So you bring the heavy hitters with you.
Well, no, this is just guitar player today.
I'm just a guitar player.
You know what? He just wanted to play guitar. So.
Nice. Everybody's looking for a gig playing guitar here. We found a good one.
Yeah, I mean,
So let's get down to your current music. How is it being received by people?
so I'm in New England most of the time. When I'm in Nashville, people receive it a lot better because you know.
Yeah.
But even in New England, I mean, I think they're kind of resonating with the songs. You know, they're kind of. It's not so country that you really are like, oh, I don't like this genre.
Mm-hmm.
It's more, it's very modern. I think the new songs, and I think people they resonate with it. You know, it's the message, it's the melodies that hooks people into. It's melody is really important. People hear melody. You know?
Yeah. A lot of alt country artists do very well in the Northeast too, because it's almost a coffee house kind of thing.
That's true, yeah.
Where if they go and play in Nebraska, their country's hell. But they go to New York City, Connecticut, Boston, it's, oh, that's a cool coffee house vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's a lot of coffee houses. We have John Mayer from Connecticut.
Yes.
You know, he started with kind of those coffee house things, and then he went into the blues. You know, so.
And he's a great blues guy.
Oh, he's amazing. Yeah.
Really solid blues guy.
Great songwriter too.
Do you listen to other genres of music besides country and bring those into who you are as an artist?
I'd say so. I grew up with listening to like Led Zeppelin by my parents. You know, Beatles, Whitney Houston. I mean, pretty much everything. My parents aren't musicians, but they really know good music, so I have to credit them.
Were they kind of shocked when you made your career transition from intelligence and music?
To music?
Yeah.
Well, they always wanted me to do music, but
Wow. That's rare. Usually parents say, no, get a job, something to fall back on.
Of course they said that. I have
Yeah.
parents, but they're happy. I'm happy. You know, they want me to follow my heart, so
And that's what you're doing?
I believe so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I believe I am.
Do you feel that you can, that audiences pick up on that when you're performing in front of them?
I feel they do. I've had people come up to me and say, you know, you need to be doing this. I feel what you're feeling. And one person had tears in their eyes, and I was like, okay, well, I'm sorry for making you cry. Like, I don't want to make you cry, but if you feel something, then I'm doing something right. I hope, you know.
Yeah, I've made people cry when I sing, so I'm pretty sure it's a different thing.
Well, it could be. Or it could be I'm mad. I mean, who knows? I don't know.
You want to do a song right now, then we'll talk a bit more?
Sure.
Cool.
Do American Art?
Yeah.
You're watching the Nashville Access Show with Camo, my guest, Leigh Miller.
This song's out right now on country radio. It's called American Heart, and there's a music video as well for it.
Every step she takes, the dreams are painted in the house of grand You can't take away the American heart. From my father's blood we carry the dreams of yesterday, the American heart. Freedom paid by the selfless and the brave. Nothing can take it away. The American heart. The American heart. The American heart. The American heart.
Nice. I love how you did it up to get those. And I noticed how you got some history worked into that
Oh,
song.
of course.
Yes.
Tell me about my nerves.
I love that though. I like when artists' geeky side kind of shows.
You should watch the
through.
video. It's got some history in it.
I have seen the video.
Oh, okay.
It's really nice.
Got my
Nice and
grandparents
good.
in it
Wow.
and stuff. They were in Korea, World War II, kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Was that fun to write?
Yeah, it's funny, when I thought of writing it, I was outside gardening in my house. I know, here we go again with the, I would never get a date from this interview. And I was just like, I was thankful for the land that we have and my house and being here. I've been all over the world with the military and I was like, we have so much here. People take it for granted. And when you see those sides of the world, you're like, you really do have a lot here. So.
Something that I've noticed, especially with people that have lived in other places in the world. I'm originally from Canada, lived in England.
Oh, wow.
Is you have a different worldview when you see how things are in different places, and the fact that so many Americans don't have passports and don't see the rest of the world is shocking to me, because it's such an important thing to understand where you are and who you're from. Where you're from and who you are. Apparently grammar is a good thing to know too. We passed on that, but
It's just spell check.
spell check this show.
There's a spell check.
That would be a good thing. And these little edit things come through and overdub the correct thing you said. But it would be Siri's voice.
Yeah, like an autograph. That's really good. I hate patting that.
All right,
You need to.
it's done. Just by doing the show, we've copyrighted that. Maybe we'll make a couple of bucks.
Yeah, can I be on it?
Yeah, you're on it
Little
too.
percentage?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. Two geeks sitting talking. Of course, something's going to happen.
This should be called the library session.
All right. Do you consider yourself a literary person?
I can read.
That's literate.
So, when I was 19, I was pretty nerdy. On the base, people would go out, and at Fort Huachuca in Arizona, they would go out and party, but I didn't have an ID. I didn't have a fake ID. I was going to do that. So I would go to the library and read books. What? A nerd.
But that's cool.
I like reading. I don't do it as much anymore. I need to start, but I do like it.
I try and read a little bit every day, even if it's just half an hour.
That's great,
I'm
yeah.
still reading. But it just, with stuff going on, it's so hard to sit down.
I know, it is. Our world is so complicated now,
Yeah. Do you find that's a contributing factor to your voice as an artist?
As far as...
World being complicated, taking time out, that kind of thing?
Yeah, songwriting is tough to do. You know this. With all the distractions we have, smartphones, TV, it's jobs, traffic. Songwriting is, you feel like it's just behind a fire and you're just chilling out and you have a lot of time on your hands, right?
Yeah.
Who has time to do that after work? And it's tough.
What makes you angry?
Oh, I'm a neat person, so when people mess up stuff, I can't deal with it. And I'm from the military, so I was like, you better make that bed.
A place for everything in its place.
Oh yeah, I went home after the military and I was like, I cannot live at my parents' house because people do not
They're
clean
too
them up after
sloppy.
themselves. Clean them up! Put that in there. Yeah, and I was trying to do that there and they're like, no, you're not in charge. I was like, okay, I'll go home.
is that kind of the only thing that really gets you?
I mean, I also don't like when people, actually, I don't like when people like beat up people, like make fun of them, or I'm kind of the person when I was younger that would like say something to somebody if someone was getting bullied. I would, even if I was like a really tiny skinny girl, but I'd go up to somebody and be like, stop saying that to that person, because it really hurts me when people bully other people, you know? So I see it sometimes when I'm out. I won't say anything now because I'm not a kid, I can't fight them anymore, but you know, you see that, you know.
Yeah, but you can take their names.
I can't. Or I could people take video of that stuff. I'll report it.
What drives you as a songwriter more than anything else?
Songwriting, so to me it's like cheap therapy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's getting emotions that you have or beliefs or thoughts onto paper, and it's eternal. It becomes eternal when you write it down and you put it to a melody, you know, and that's kind of cool. It might just be a thought in your head for weeks and weeks, and then you can get it into a concept and it's a song. So a song is eternal.
Yeah, I mean, there's been great songs that stand out, and guys like Norman Greenbaum, who had one goal,
Right.
and that was to write a song that would be a song that lasted forever, Spirit in the Sky. And that's the only song he ever had a hit with, but he didn't care. That's what he wanted to do, was write one song.
Great song.
And it's been covered so many times. Is that something that you wish, or as a songwriter, does that even enter your mind about writing a song that people will be playing through the generations and go, what a great song 30 years from now?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody who's a songwriter wants that,
Yeah.
but you can't let it really affect you because it's, you know, there's bigger things in the world to worry about, right? But I think that would be great if I could find a song that resonates with people through generations, you know. So
It's something that's really a scary thing, and you don't know it until you've done it.
right.
Like American Pie is another song, and you know, it's how do you cope with writing a song that people are talking about 50 years later?
It's a burden too. I mean, that person's a celebrity overnight.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, and you have to play it every night.
Forever.
Yeah.
it's a good curse. Good curse.
Yeah, I guess there are worse things that could happen.
Oh
too.
yeah, I'm sure.
You want to do another song?
Sure. This is a new one we wrote, Justin and I. It's called The Flame.
All right.
I've tried to push these memories away, but I wake up longing for your smile every day. The feelings I have for you haven't changed. For me, this love has never been the game. There's a flame that keeps burning and never leaves. There's a dream inside my heart that always believes that one day you'll be coming back to me. Oh, until that day, there'll be a flame that keeps burning. Oh, burning, that keeps burning, ooh, burning. I've tried to move on and live my life, but without you, baby, nothing feels right. Living without you is living in a world that lost its light. I can't take one more sleepless night. There's a flame that keeps burning and never leaves. There's a dream inside my heart that always believes that one day you'll be coming back to me. Oh, until that day, there'll be a flame keeps burning, oh burning, that keeps burning, ooh burning. May these embers rise up to the stars and put a new flame in your heart. There's a flame that keeps burning and it never leaves. There's a dream inside my heart that always believes that one day you'll be coming back to me. Oh, until that day, there'll be a flame that keeps burning, oh burning, that keeps burning, ooh burning.
Pretty song.
Thank you.
Listening to your voice on that one, especially, it's reminiscent of so many. I can hear so many great country voices in your voice.
Awesome.
I guess it works perfectly then.
That's it for me, yeah.
So that comes out. When does that?
Oh, that flame? The flame?
The flame?
I'm not sure.
Probably next year.
Coming next
Probably
year.
early next year.
So if you're watching now, well, if you're not watching, this means nothing to you. But if you're watching now, which you are, you'll have to wait till next year for that one. Wow.
Okay.
I have to tell people these things.
Oh, no problem.
Mostly because I won't remember it, and then they can say, "But you said." So
I won't
that
remember
comes
it.
back. Yeah, okay. It's time during the show now where we get to play Asked and Answered. So
Okay.
those people on the other side of the lens sent in questions,
Okay.
and you get to reach into Nana's ugly cookie jar, and
I'm scared.
no, none of Nana's ashes are in there.
Oh, okay,
good. So reach in there and draw out a question.
Okay.
And now you can read it.
What's more important, quality of music or image? Steve Goody, Nashville, Tennessee. So this is, I think, quality of music.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I don't know if the world would agree. But.
So is it hard then for you to find that balance between image and music? Or does image even come into it at all?
Well, I think it does as a woman too, you know, in country music and in any genre.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to always look nice and, you know, look good for people when I go to shows. I don't just show up in like sweatpants. I try to like, I mean, because normally
Yeah.
I'll be at the library with sweatpants and, you know, like nobody knows who I am. But if I'm going to a show, I'm a different person, you know. Like,
For those of you that don't know, library is a big building where they keep books, and they're printed on paper, and
Yeah.
you can hold them, and sometimes you can smell them.
They do smell good.
Just have to remind people. Okay, thanks for that one, Steve. If you would like to have your question on Asked and Answered, just send us a quick message on Facebook, and we'll print it out, cut it up, and throw it in Nana's cookie jar, and we could be reading your question on Asked and Answered. Thanks for doing that. So I have another final question for you.
Sure.
And this one, I think you'll have to think about a little bit, which is okay. It's Jenny Leigh Miller's first headlining tour all across the U.S. Who opens for you?
It doesn't have to be someone known, or who? It could be
It
anybody.
could be anybody you want. Somebody that's a big star now that's potentially on the downside of their career.
Wow, this is
If you
tough.
mention them, you'll never get to open for them. But it could be somebody that's another artist that you know well and you like them. It's time. Who opens for you on your first headlining tour?
This is so tough.
I love this.
There's so many good people, you know, and if people are watching, they're even happy to hear what I I say the wrong person.
Nobody, you won't be mad, will you?
They might.
Yeah.
Let's see. You have any ideas?
Any ideas? Oh, gosh.
Pressure's on you now.
Justin Bieber? No.
Justin. Should we
Justin.
say that?
Yeah, you can say Justin
Can I say
Bieber.
Justin Bieber?
You can, but
Yeah.
you'll have to wash your mouth out with soap.
No, it's not good. That's not good. You probably wouldn't want him. He's not
He's
good.
got these voice.
Actually, I've actually kind of liked some of the stuff he's been putting
got a
out,
great
I think, with Ed Sheeran and everything.
Oh, that's great.
So Justin Bieber would be your support.
Well, no. I should.
No,
I
No.
don't think really.
I bet you would find some person along the way that you would just want to invite, I bet.
Yeah,
There'd probably
I
be
feel like I
somebody.
would. Yeah.
I don't think you do it for fame. I don't think you just pick the name out for fame.
No, I would not. I would, if I find someone that's a great artist, and even if they don't have any fans, then I'd want them to open for me. You know.
I like that. We've had a few guests on that have said, yeah, somebody local that nobody's ever heard of
Right.
before. Yeah.
I want to give someone a chance. You know.
Who's giving you a chance?
So some people have been good to me in Nashville. I met Justin. We write songs together. You know, publish stuff together. Had a good producer. You know, I've met some good people along the way. It is hard to find though. I will say that, especially being from New England. So.
Oh, there's a Reba song about that. Whoever's in New England.
Yeah, are they still mad at that girl? It was not me. I promise it wasn't me. I'm sorry for your man.
Yeah, you would have been very young when she was blaming that woman. Well, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun.
People can get you on socials. You have a website that people can go on?
Yeah, JennyLeeMiller.com, and Instagram is just Jenny Leigh Miller. And we got Twitter and
Cool.
Facebook.
Thanks for watching the National Access Show today. Please follow Jenny Leigh Miller on all her socials and go and stream her music and then buy it because you'll like it enough that you won't want to just stream it, you'll want to own it. Thanks for watching the National Access Show today. Make sure you catch us every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday right here on Facebook. And if you'd like a question on Asked and Answered, please send us a message and we'll put it in Nana's ugly cookie jar. We actually said Sue in Canada said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that this is actually a very pretty cookie jar.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Make sure you catch me on Chris Country every Sunday at noon all across the UK following the Bobby Bones Show, and every Thursday morning on 88.9 Tamworth Radio with Jody Crosby and John Wolfe in Tamworth, New South Wales, Australia. Thanks for watching the show. We'll see you next time.
Oh, my way.